Beals here with no nonsense, cause you can't make sense if you don't make sense. A pod with freestyle discussion, poetry and social deconstruction.
Alright, this is Big Burn in the No Nonsense Podcast, episode 13, November 4, 2014, with my co-host,
Beals.
We're going to go ahead and start you off with a poem as we usually do. Feeling tired after work, need a Miller Lite and some rest. Thank God I just bought a deluxe bean bag to relieve my stress. Spent $400 at the mall. Should I feel buyer's remorse? Screw that. My hips need those dried beans for smooth intercourse. Peer pressure mounting for me to buy mature comfort. Naysayers saying it's a teenage predilection like peeling out your rubber. I predict that couches, chairs, beds, and futons will go out of style, while bean bags will be the only comfort that's worth your while. Like Phoebe's opinion of Ross's music, my taste isn't even appreciated in my own time. In the year 2030, you'll be on your beanbag with your Oculus virtual reality headset at dinner time. As you may have guessed, I want to talk about beanbags today. As I indicated in my poem, I just purchased a new deluxe beanbag, and it's the best purchase I've ever made since Age of Empires for the PC in 1999. Now, Beals, do you think that my prognostication that beanbags will be at the forefront of American comfort will come true within 15 years?
I think without a doubt that beanbags will replace standardized chairs throughout the world. Not only in here in Omaha, but also throughout the entire world, like in Africa and Indonesia.
Really? Now, what makes you feel so strong in your convictions like me?
It's because I sat in one time, and it was a very pleasurable experience, and I felt my spine the next day.
Nice. Now, when's the first time you ever purchased a beanbag, and what kind was it? And the first beanbag I ever purchased was a football beanbag when I was 14. Now, as a 29-year-old man, I must say this deluxe beanbag is, like I mentioned earlier, the best purchase I've probably ever made.
Yeah, likewise, I purchased a beanbag replacing the tires on my car. Four, of course, beanbags to replace them. And that was back in 1983. And it was kind of when the advent and beginning of the new industrial revolution. So it was kind of a new thing to really implement that into my own vehicle. But yeah, it was a wonderful purchase.
1983, that coincides with the release of Videodrome in 1983. Does Videodrome have anything to do with beanbags, and does James Woods a supporter of beanbags?
I would argue that Videodrome has absolutely nothing to do with it, but Woods, not the actor, but the location, the terrain, you may find that parking your beanbag inside of the woods might be rather comfortable.
Now, do you think James Woods has ever traversed the woods?
Well, I think James Woods I think that's just Tiger Woods' alter ego. So no, Tiger Woods have never hit the ball in the woods. Tiger Woods is always on the terrain, the green. He's always on the green.
Well, I thought Tiger Woods was a basketball player.
No, you're thinking of Jeff Durant.
I heard Jeff Durant just got hurt, but then went through a wormhole, and now he's not hurt anymore.
Yeah, see, he was actually using a basketball. He was using a beanbag as a basketball, and so when he made it through the hoop the first time, it created a wormhole, and thus doing so, it snapped his left aortic valve.
Oh, I see. So, now that you mentioned that, and the rest of this pod, about how beanbags are used with so many other things, you know, like tires and basketball and the like. I mean, is the NBA going to be adopting the beanbag for its official basketball? I mean, it was implemented at the college and high school level, and I heard that they're going to start implementing it in the year 2018. Is this true?
Actually, that's fucking wrong. It's 2017, and it's actually not going to be the ball itself. It's going to be the court. The court will be made of beanbag, and so the ball will actually bounce at a much safer acceleration, reducing the injuries and reducing the threat of the ever-looming ball-nose break ratio.
But I thought, as we established earlier in the pod, modern medicine is a sham, and there is no such thing as injuries, so this seems like to be a conflicting report.
Yeah, it's coming from the panel, and the panel tells the truth. So if you have any arguments, you might want to bring it up to the panel.
I will have to discuss it this panel at length because I'm pretty concerned right now. Now, First National Bank, they're partnering with us with this new beanbag venture, and you could buy Beals and Big Burn beanbags at a discounted rate or at a prorated rate. So, I mean, I purchased my $400 at the mall. It says Big Burn on it, and Beals on the side. So, if you want one of those, you can buy those up real quick at 1-800-BUY-ME-A-BAG. And what? I mean, do you own one?
I do not own any beanbags, and I would love to donate to the cause. What I will do first is actually call in first, and I'll see if I can win the prize. If I don't win the prize, I'll sell it.
That's pretty sad. Now, bold prediction. In the year 2030, will everyone in this country be sitting on a beanbag in their living room?
2030, I say with conviction, absolutely.
That's what I like to hear. In fact, if you didn't agree, I was going to be torn up the rest of the afternoon. Now, Beals, looks like we're at the end of the pod today. Could you please give us a little poem to summarize what we just discussed?
Absolutely. Oh man, look at that chair. Now it's a bean bag. That looks great. No, it doesn't. My family thinks I'm a fag. Well, that's a whole lot of nonsense. You should really brag. Hell, I've got bean bags inside my bean bags. I hope that someday that we'll all be sitting down on something that's not made of the feathers like down, but sitting on that weird substance that no one knows what's inside. It's a beanbag, you dummy. I love it till I die.
That's it for the No Nonsense Podcast. Burn Beals signing off.
Signing off.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Hope you got some insight and a few laughs. That's all for now, folks. Yes, goodbye. Till next time, as long as we don't die.